This is gonna happen a lot. This is gonna happen a lot, isn't it? Hi, and welcome to my YouTube channel. I decided I wanted to start making videos because I have a food and recipe sort of blog on Instagram and a website as well, and it's all vegan food that I want to share, that I have recipes for. I'm working on making more recipes, but I really wanted to start making videos because I feel like it's a really good platform for sharing how to make things, and when you can kind of watch somebody do stuff and then make it yourself at home. I know I do that a lot, and there's a lot of YouTubers that I really look up to, and I kind of wanted to give it a try. I decided for my first video I would make mac and cheese because it's a really easy recipe. It doesn't take very long to make, and everybody loves mac and cheese. I know it was one of the first things that I wanted to sort of replicate when I first started trying making vegan food for myself, and I think over the years, the 3 years that I've been vegan, I've kind of figured out a recipe that I really like. I started out using, modifying the hot for food nacho cheese from way back and just kind of taking out the spicy stuff, the jalapenos and whatnot, and then making my mac and cheese sauce using potatoes and carrots as the base. I have strayed away from that. Once I started making cheeses and sauces, creamy things using cashews, I decided that cashews were going to be my next shot at my base for a vegan mac and cheese sauce. So that's what the recipe for today is using. You can't go wrong if you just soak your cashews overnight, or you can boil them for 20 minutes if you don't have any ready. That's what I do in this recipe. Just use so much nutritional yeast and it will be delicious, I promise. I also really like to use a lot of black pepper and paprika in my mac and cheese, and this would be a really good sort of start for a baked mac and cheese too. If you just put this mac and cheese in a oven safe baking tray, a deep one, or what are those called? Or a casserole dish, then you can top it with some breadcrumbs. When I was making it with potatoes, when I was making the sauce with potatoes, I would use potato skins on top and kind of crisp them up and then broil them in the oven, and that's really good. Also, we don't buy a lot of vegan shredded cheese or cheese replacements unless we want some for burgers or nachos or something like that. So I don't put any Daiya shreds or anything like that, Daiya shreds, in my mac and cheese, but feel free to do that or sprinkle it on top when you bake it and just hit broil, and it'll get nice and brown, so that's really good. Otherwise, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope the recipe is easy enough to follow. If you want, you can check it out on my website. I'm going to be posting it there also. So let's just get started, I guess. So to start off the recipe, I'm going to be prepping my ingredients. So this includes chopping 1 head of broccoli into small florets, which should end up equaling about 3 cups, and you can set those aside for the meantime. Next up, we are going to measure our spices. So for this sauce, I like to use 1 teaspoon onion powder, 1 teaspoon garlic powder, half a teaspoon of paprika, 1/8 of a teaspoon turmeric for color, 1/4 teaspoon black pepper, and 1/4 teaspoon salt. We're going to be using half a cup of raw cashews, and though it's preferable to soak them in the fridge overnight, if you haven't done that and you really want mac and cheese, you can also boil them for 20 minutes. I just find they taste a bit sweeter if they are boiled instead of soaked. We're also going to get our macaroni boiling at the same time, so I've used 2 cups of whole wheat macaroni and cooked the noodles according to the package instructions minus 2 or 3 minutes. This is because we're going to add the broccoli florets to the same pasta water for the last couple minutes to save the hassle of cooking them in their own pot. Here you want to continue to cook them until the broccoli turns bright green and your noodles are al dente. Then we are going to drain our noodle and broccoli combo, and I would encourage you to rinse them under cold water for a minute or so that you stop the cooking process and your noodles and broccoli don't overcook and become mushy. Now we're going to blend the sauce up. So first we're going to toss in our drained cashews, then adding the juice of half of a large lemon or a whole lemon if you want it a bit tangier. And next we're adding 1 cup of nutritional yeast, our spice blend that we measured before, 1 tablespoon of tomato paste, and 1 teaspoon of white wine vinegar. Lastly, we're going to add 2 cups of non-dairy milk. I like to use soy for that extra protein and creaminess, and we're just going to blend it up until smooth and combined. If you're using a high power blender like a Vitamix, this only takes about 20 to 30 seconds, but if you're using a regular blender, it'll still work. Just keep an eye out for when the mixture looks smooth and creamy. Now we're going to return our noodles and broccoli to the same pot we've cooked them in and place them on a medium to low heat on the stove, adding in our sauce and allowing it to reach a high simmer or low boil. Then you can reduce your heat to simmer and cook the sauce, stirring often until it becomes thick and has coated everything. Feel free to adjust your spices as well. I often add extra paprika and black pepper to mine near the end or on top, and extra salt if you like it a bit saltier, which I do. Now you can add this mixture to a baking dish to make a baked mac and cheese with breadcrumbs or potato skins like I mentioned earlier, or you can just eat it straight from the pot with a little extra garnish, some hot sauce, or however you like it. Okay, so that's it. That's how easy it is to make vegan mac and cheese. Super delicious. Just give this one a try. I've had it I don't know how many times before, but I just love like pasta with broccoli, 2 of my favorite things in the whole world. Hopefully this was a good idea for a first video. I feel like everybody loves mac and cheese. If you try it, please leave it in the comments or drop by on my website. There's a comment section, or on Instagram, and just let me know how it went for you. If you have any requests for recipes that you want to see, the ones that I have on my website already, or just in general, if there's something that you'd like to see veganized, that would be fun. I'm going to be posting the recipe on my Instagram and on my website, so if you want to go check that out, I'll put the links in the description box. Thank you for coming by and watching. Say bye. Say bye. Don't look so angry. Bye.